You pick the worst possible thing to invest in, you're going to lose your butt.
So as you guys can see, those are some pretty harsh words from Sir Dave Ramsey himself. Let's talk about what he's got going on and what he has against Bitcoin. And has he been right for all these years? He's been talking shit about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency since 2012. I've had to back a lot up. I've had to go through so many videos. I'm tired of talking about it. Let's just make the video. Let's get into it. I'm Colin C. I'm from the Crypto Boys, and we've got amazing content coming out all the time. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video. Push the content out to more people. And if you like Dave Ramsey, even if you don't like Dave Ramsey, we're going to break it all down right here. Let's get into it. It is more than clear that Dave Ramsey, he's not such a big Bitcoin fan. Are we all right? Yes, correct. That is fine. And he has legitimate arguments against it, some with about trust and obviously some with right now what's happening with FTX and the space going crazy and just being in the depths of this bear market. But you never really hear Dave Ramsey talk much about Bitcoin when it's on its way up. When everything's rolling and everything's good, you don't hear any talk about it. If you even search through his videos, almost every video he has online is pretty much made in the bear market or just on its way up or after something has happened that's negative in the space. Never anything that's just positive. He kind of stays away from it. And here are these clips I'm going to go through and try to mesh them all together.
And so I bought a future, put $5,000 in that I didn't really have. That's about all I had. Put the whole $5,000 in because this guy had hit 14 times in a row on his prediction. Wow. I mean, he was amazing. He was like a gold savant. He had it all figured out. I mean, 14 times he had hit, and the future made. And so the rate we went in at, I put $5,000 in, it was a 10x. If it hit, I was going to make 50 grand. It was his 15th try. And we all know where I'm going with this, right? Oh, yeah. You can see where the story's going. You know he missed on that try. And my little bitty $5,000 net worth was just evaporated based on my attempt to make $50,000 in 90 days off of $5,000. You can invest in whatever you want, but the data points tell us that people who do get rich quick don't.
So right here, Dave Ramsey talks about how he tried to basically make a quick buck back in the day off of some stock or whatever. He had his buddy telling him what to get into. He was 14 for 14, and on his 15th try, he lost all of his money. Okay, we get it. Some people in crypto do that, but Dave Ramsey has it completely wrong here. Crypto is not about the quick buck. For the people who are still in it right now, it is nothing even near making a quick buck. And we're going to go over the actual numbers later, but that's part of the reason why it pisses me off a little bit what Dave Ramsey has to say about it, because he really doesn't do his research and he doesn't realize the people who are still in the space, who are still grinding, who are still finding good projects, who are still putting their money towards legitimate projects with legitimate use case that can potentially change the world. Those people are complete investors, and they already knew that this bear market was going to come, and they're smiling from ear to ear, buying as much as they possibly can.
Textiles, you could use anything that another person would accept. And so it's about trust. It's a spiritual thing. Money is spiritual, and all money is spiritual.
Another thing Dave Ramsey brings up a lot is the spiritual effect of money. Now, I don't really go down the whole spiritual path, but I do kind of understand what he's saying, that there has to be some sort of trust. You have to know, like back in the old days, that if I give you these 7 eggs and you're going to give me back something worth of about the equal value, that is technically currency. It's technically their money back in the day. Now we have these dollar bills and these digital currencies that we end up trading more so on the dollar bill, but we have trust behind it with the banks and things like that. And when you try to make that quick buck, or if you try to break that trust, that's when things go down. It's the same thing with cryptocurrency. I think it's the most trusted because you own it. You are in charge of it your own self. If something bad happens to it and you didn't get it off on a cold storage wallet, well, that's completely on you. 100% on you. You don't have to trust anyone else. So the fact that now money is, and Dave Ramsey brings it up as trust as a spiritual effect, it doesn't have to be. Bitcoin and all of these most of these cryptocurrencies are trustless. Now understand, if you get into the wrong project where someone's out there that can pull the plug on them, such as FTX or the FTT token, then yeah, then you have to trust somebody else and you're going down a bad road. But that is something you should see coming from a mile away that isn't trustworthy, that isn't in the right spot. There's plenty of great projects out there that you can invest in that you don't need anybody else's trust.
Of course, everybody that's a Bitcoin genius right now thinks Dave Ramsey's an out-of-touch boomer, which is probably true. But I'm also worth several $100 million, so let's go figure that out. But
Yeah, I'd say look at the scoreboard.
So Dave Ramsey basically goes over, I'm so rich, I'm super rich, check the scoreboard, bro. I got more money than you. That's why I know about this stuff. That actually is an argument from authority and actually makes no freaking sense in this point because you haven't done the research. You don't exactly know what even crypto's about. Just because you've made a bunch of money by starting a YouTube channel back in 2013 or whatever year it was and having to make a bunch of great investments or whatever you did, that's fine. But that doesn't mean there isn't a million other ways to make great money just because you don't believe in them.
like they had a bad business model.
Wait, you mean selling
like
fake money?
Fake money didn't work or something, you know.
So I hope no one out there listening was hurt by this situation because users are going to their accounts and it's zero, and they're not getting their money back in these situations. So it's a scary environment if you did throw a bunch of money into crypto, which...
So here's his little nerdy friend that likes to rub his head at night and make sure Dave Ramsey's okay. And yeah, here, I agree with his nerdy little friend. I don't know his name. I don't really watch the Dave Ramsey show. But however, he's right here. Yeah, there was fake money printed. FTT was fake money. And this is where the trust comes along, is that if you didn't do proper research and if you got yourself into projects that didn't make a whole lot of sense, and trust me, there were tons of red flags, including BitBoy warning you literally with a million videos so many days beforehand. Guess what happened? Then you would have taken that money out or you would never even touched FTT token like a lot of people didn't do. But I really can't disagree with him on here is that, yeah, you're going to go through some bumps and bruises if you decide to just throw your money in and try to make a quick buck.
The only reason the dollar bill is more believable, has more credibility, is because it's more widely accepted and has a longer track record.
Now here, Dave Ramsey does make a good point, is that the dollar and all these things where, you know, they have a longer track record. They're, you know, a lot of it's FDIC insured, banks, whatever. There's issues with those that I really don't want to get into in this video. Otherwise, it would be way too long. Bitcoin, you got to remember, it just started, what, 10, 12 years ago? So we're still just in the infancy stages. If you look up when really money started and this monetary and the first dollar bill was created in like 1860 something, it took 30 years for it to be really adopted. So if you think about where this entire new digital currency is coming, it's come a long way in just a short amount of time. And where it's going to head, I'm telling you this right now, Dave Ramsey is eventually probably going to end up owning some Bitcoin.
But it's really only money because someone else will take it. So let's just go ahead and add you Bitcoin people to the mix. You're stupid. You're going to lose your money. Be pissed at me. You shouldn't have put money in something wacko like that.
This is by far my favorite Dave Ramsey clip. This clip is from 2014 when he's like, hey, it's all going down, Bitcoin bros and sisters. And guess what? You're going to lose all of your money. You shouldn't have put any of it in. Let me give you some real quick facts on when that video was created. So if you would have bought at the time of that video when it was published to YouTube, so it was probably even made beforehand, and he had things predating this, was Bitcoin was $539. So if you put your money in then, you would have had at least 100x had you have sold anywhere near the top of this next one. Now tell me what stock or what investment Dave Ramsey have told you about where you're going to 100x it. On top of all that, he's got videos dating back prior to 2014 and like 2013, 2012, when yes, Bitcoin was less than $100, and he's telling you the same thing, not to buy it. It will never go up. You just lost all your money. Well, Dave, it hit $69,000 this year. How is that a bad investment? The only thing Bitcoin's done has gone up.
Desperation to become a millionaire with a $7,000 investment. I mean, come on. Number two, when you do borrow money from your own child and they ask to pay it back because they're in college, you give them the money back. You don't be a loser.
I really shortened this clip, so I'll make sure I put this entire clip in the description below. But basically what happened in this story is a mom in 2015, 2014, 2016 era, she borrowed $7,000 from her own son and said, hey, I want to put $7,000 into Bitcoin. And he got all mad saying, hey, not much has happened with it, whatever it is, and called Dave Ramsey and was like, hey, listen, I want my money back. I want to pay for school, whatever. Number one, the mom shouldn't have done that. Let's be honest. It's putting you in a bad position. And number two, the kid had a right to take back his money anytime he wants. So I completely agree with the majority of the video. However, if the mom bought it when we think she could, from inferring from what her son said, which was about 3 years prior to 2020, it's possible that she got it in 2016, 2017, so somewhere between $300 and $600. Let's go over some numbers. So if the mom took the $7 grand in 2016 and bought Bitcoin at $450, she put all $7 grand on it. Yes, in today's market, if she just sold it at 56,000, she would have $875,000 right now in the bank. That's crazy money. Now let's take it somewhere near all-time highs. Let's go $67,000, and they sold it then. She would have over $1 million from her $7,000 investment. So Dave, I hate to say it, but this clip didn't age too well, and I don't exactly know when she bought it. They just said it was years prior, and this was 2020. So I just went back a few years and guessed. But even if it was $1,000, that's 60 times your money. Even if it was $2,000, that's 30 times your money. Either way, it seems like, which I wouldn't have borrowed the money anyways, but mom made a very good investment for her son. However, if you wanted the money back, you should have gave it back to him and probably, hopefully, put your own money in and been laughing all the way to the bank. Finally, everybody, I want to start finishing up this video, right? We've got enough clips, enough of me getting mad, jumping back and forth. Do I think Dave Ramsey's like a terrible person? No, absolutely. He just is uneducated on the subject of cryptocurrency. He doesn't understand the bull runs. He doesn't understand digital currency. He doesn't understand where it's going. That's completely fine. Here's the only thing that makes me mad is that in 2013, he made a video of, don't you buy it, you're going to lose all your money. It's literally, it was just in there. It's scattered everywhere. Part of it I just put in the video. Number two, 2014, he makes a video. 2017, he makes a video. 2020, he makes a video, and he just put out a video the other day, and I was so tired of it. So let's just go over it. In 2013, when he told you, and the video was published, that, listen, you're going to lose all your money, don't do it, Bitcoin was at $100. $100. That says that everything for itself. So then let's fast forward to 2014. 2014, you're going to lose all your money. Same thing as always. Bitcoin's at $539. Okay, now let's fast forward to 2017's video. Bitcoin's at $2,059. Now let's fast forward to 2020's video. Bitcoin's at $7,000. Now let's fast forward to just the video he made last week because he saw the big crash and he wanted to jump on the hype train of he's right, whatever. Bitcoin was at $17,000 after everything that's bad has happened in the space. So he told you not to buy it $100. He told you not to buy it $500. He told you not to buy it $2,000. He told you not to buy it $7,000. And of course, he's going to tell you not to buy it $17,000. At what point in time do you tell Dave Ramsey to shut the F up and say, listen, dude, you were wrong about Bitcoin because all this thing does is rip and go up? All right, guys, that's all I've got today. I wanted to make this as quick as possible. There's so many videos to juggle and get right and cut up and all that stuff. So I'll try to put every video that I cut up, the full length of them, down in the description below, or you can just put it into YouTube. As always, guys, if you could like this video, subscribe to the channel. Really does help out the crypto boys. And next, we want your opinion. What do you think of Dave Ramsey? Is he right? Is he the ultimate investor, or is he just old school and doesn't really know what's going on and is probably just a little uneducated on the subject? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, guys, we appreciate you rocking with the Crypto channel on YouTube. And I'm out.